Yung movie 'no, may kasama pang ano, Bitcoin na gold.
Oh, we're live? Are we live
Tamang
now?
tapos
Can you ask Andy if we have a if he can send us the link to the thing?
bagong prok. Hindi ko alam, eh, wala pang price. Kakalabas na siguro mga around December
Okay,
12.
we're actually live. Oh no, we're not.
Wa ano,
Oh, there's a new link.
Di pa yan.
Oh, we're live. We're live.
Ha?
Hi, we're live now. Okay.
Okay, teka wait.
So how do we do this? How do we share this thing? Um, Good morning, guys. I mean, good afternoon. What's up, God of Mods, God of War? How do you shit? How do you freaking share this thing? We can wait for 5 minutes. Yeah, let's just wait. Share. Let me share this. Um,
I shared the one on Thermaltake's page.
how do you
So
fucking copy this though? Oh yeah, we should just share the one now. Um, Wait, is this the actual? Is this the actual thing?
yeah, it is the link.
It's the link.
Yeah, the link on the page. It's the same one. So you can just share that. And I think the banner is covering my face.
It is. I'm sorry. Hold on.
It's
Yeah, it's because there's another window that's open.
there you go.
Let me share the announcement first. I've been-
Good afternoon, Andy.
What's
How are
up,
you?
guys? Let's see how we look.
Why is Nirvana song playing in the background?
No, that's the old link.
Ah, okay. So I got the wrong link.
Yeah,
So,
that's the old link. That's the first one when I came in.
RK is here.
Shit,
JR.
I'm gone.
Jackson,
wait.
how are you?
Jackson, who? See, what's Jackson?
No, Jackson Rojas.
Oh.
Share page.
All right.
Hello,
Wait.
hello.
Hello. Um, the banner is covering Mike's face.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hold on.
I'm
How do
on
you fix
witness
this?
protection.
Okay, set up na natin yun. Okay, should be okay. All right. So what's up, guys? We are here. Jesse, of J.P Modified. We got below me. We got Mike of TantricmodZ, and beside him is Mikey of MadMods PC Modding. We are um, from the Philippines. It's like no
Hello,
one,
world.
it's like no one knows us. I can't see the chat, dude. I don't know why I can't see the chat. This is crazy. So, oh, okay, here I see it. I'd say shout outs to RK, um, Jackson, JR, and that's it. So we're here today to talk about the Thermaltake CaseMOD Invitational. Now, the last time we held a podcast with Thermaltake, they were just beginning to receive their
Parts.
parts, so there
Yeah.
wasn't really much to talk about. The build logs barely moved at that time. But now everyone's finished because I think the contest ended last week, or
Yeah,
has it been a week already, right? So
it has been.
everyone has submitted. Everyone's completed though. There have been past invitationals where some of the competitors weren't able to finish. The first one I joined that one couldn't finish was Dave. He couldn't finish, unfortunately. Something was, family issue or with his wife or something like that. Or was it? Yeah, and then when I joined again, um, Ali Abbas wasn't able to finish at that time, but he did finish the project, but he wasn't able to finish it during the time frame of the contest itself. But this time around, everyone's finished, so
Yep.
which is good. Um, we got uh, we got how many people were there? One, two, three, four, five, six,
Seven,
seven.
I think seven.
7 people. So you got 7 contestants. Usually it's 10. Diba?
10 or more. It's like some
Or 12
before it's
sometimes.
like there's an invitation there where there are like 12
Yeah,
the
12.
Yeah.
most. I think
Yeah, it
it's
should be
12.
around 12, I think. 12 or 7. Oh, 12 or 12 or 10, something like that. I can't
Yeah, but
remember the
it
exact
doesn't
number.
like normally go below 10.
Yeah.
It's always like 10 above.
So what we're looking at right now is the voting, the public voting.
Who's the one leading? So you could check.
Yeah, the one leading right now is
Mark.
Pride of Philippines. Mark Van
Yeah.
Acosta is leading 36.22%. Oh, 35? I can't really read it. Percent in votes, which is a good indication. Go Philippines! So
Yeah.
what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna take a look at each and every one of these entries, and then share our thoughts on you know our thoughts on each of these. Hold on, let me try to fix my window. I can't see Mikey. Oh wait,
Someone's asking, what is this? I can't read your name, but
someone's
this is
asking what is what.
live stream. It's some sort of podcast. We just talk about modding and stuff.
Where
So
did he ask?
on chat.
Man, this is so messed up. I can't even see chat, dude. I can't even
What?
see chat, so you guys, I cannot answer any questions. Let's take a
Yeah,
look
I'll
at, huh?
check it from time to time.
Yeah, check it na lang for from time to time in BF. I can't see it. So let's take a look at each and every one of these entries. Uh, hope you guys um, can see enough of it. Uh, First one we're gonna take a look at is first in line is Mark Van Acosta. All right, so put full screen here. So yeah, we've already discussed. Should we just go ahead and skip to the actual parts, or do we? Yeah, let's just go to the to the build logs. I guess basically.
We can check
Yeah.
Yeah, we
the
can
progress of the
the
build log.
process
Yeah,
of the
and the
whole.
process.
Yeah. So right now we see here Mark using his skill with his acrylic. Now I think this is. What do you think? What size acrylic do you think this is?
Like around 10 or I think it's 12 or 10 mm.
Yeah,
Maybe the usual.
it can't be 12. Wait, hold on, maybe it is 12. Something, I guess. That's pretty hard to bend. That's pretty hard to bend. With the bender I have, I tried to bend. Oh, there's a closer picture here. Actually, this is around 8. Oh no, no, it's around 10. Yeah, you're right. Probably around 10 mm. 12
That's
is
big.
pretty hard to bend. Unfortunately, his bender couldn't come on time for this one. But yeah, he managed to bend it with a heat gun basically. So we see here him using tools. I don't regularly see these on his videos. He actually has a miter saw, and
I
Uh,
think
yeah,
he
yes,
loaded up for the competition. This is the first time I'm seeing those new tools as well.
yeah,
Even the belt sander.
build sender.
no, I think remember Mikey, we went there before. Like I think I
Yeah.
saw it on the side in the side
Ah,
of
really?
the
Oh, okay,
workshops.
okay. So
I
he
didn't
was
So he
notice.
has those tools.
all right. So you see him doing his work. So basically, he added a structure outside to put the frame into a different frame. Basically, here's
And
something.
also also you can see on the picture is doing the cutting manually using a
Yeah,
jigsaw. Yeah,
yeah.
so
The
if
big parts.
yeah, the big part. So for people not familiar in using the jigsaw, it's pretty hard to cut like straight line
Yeah,
using a
it's
jigsaw.
very hard to cut a straight line with the jigsaw because
Manual cutting using a jigsaw.
it's your muscles versus the machine. You know.
And the acrylic.
Yeah, and the acrylic too. Yeah, so it's very hard. It's very hard. It's one of the hardest things to do in life, to cut, yeah, with a jigsaw. So you got to be really, really slow, like probably one half an mm at a time, moving forward. So this is not easy.
Plus, you have to
I do see
take note
something
that
interesting here though. I see that this has been laser cut. So so he actually went the extra mile for this one. Had
ooh,
these little designs here, laser cut. I think C. Jermil was the one who cut this or something.
Yeah, for the minor,
Yeah,
the
for
small details.
yeah. So this is what I like. Have you noticed this? What he did with the can,
yeah,
with the can of I know the spray can cover, and then
Yeah,
he put
the
the
cap that he
yeah.
used to cover up the back side of the pump.
Yeah, this one's pretty nice. I think I want to take note of this. This could probably be one a good thing to feature. It looks like a what do you call that? Yung sa when you drive, your stick shift, your the rubber, the boot. So it's nice. Let's go to the next page. Here's what he did
There's
with
there's something I'd like to ask about regarding the. Did you see these fans? I mean the three fans that uh with the grills, with the custom grills.
which one? Oh yeah,
I mean,
the 3D printed one.
but I think he didn't use it on the final project. Think did, can you see it? Was it posted on the final project, or I
Oh
think he
yeah, right,
had
huh?
the idea of
He
using it?
Yeah, he posted these fan grills.
Yeah, but I haven't
These
seen it on
ones.
the final build.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
of the
true.
finished product.
This one right here, what we're looking at, right? The
Yeah,
yeah,
the one with the custom fan grills with the
yeah.
acrylic. But I think he decided to scrap the idea of using it in the final. I mean, in the final project.
Probably fitting issue because,
Yeah, yeah.
diba? Because he did a custom grill on the front, and then I don't know. Maybe it's there, but we couldn't see
For
it.
a different, he decided to go with a different design for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
front.
yeah.
Yeah, because I was wondering like before because that's the first. I mean, few of the first mods I've seen, and then when I saw the final build, I was trying to look for it on
Oh
the
yeah,
on
and
the
it's
build.
not there.
Wasn't able to see it.
It's not there. Here's his PSU cover. I like the way Mark does his designs. It's just straight lines and stuff like that.
Clean straight lines
Clean.
with the contrasting colors of
Yeah.
white and red.
Not too much going on, but you can see the impact. It's very hard to do something like minimalist, you know, and make it loud at the same time. So these are just straight lines, so you can automatically say, it's minimalist, but then you can really see the impact it has on it. So I like it. I wonder if this is paint or vinyl behind it. I think it's vinyl, right? I don't think you can take this kind of chromey effect
yeah.
on just regular
Which
paint.
one?
The one on the power supply cover.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
vinyl.
yeah, I think it's vinyl too, chromish vinyl. These are wire what do you call this? Wire managers or something? We have a lot of these at home. To hide the wires for the air conditioner or the
Plastic,
TV.
plastic molding.
Plastic moldings, yeah, plastic moldings. So we see here more bends. I painted the radiator white beautifully. Look at the how the brass comes out. This is one thing I like about the Thermaltake radiators. They're really nice. The ones that came out, not the aluminum ones before, but the new
It
radiators, the
was,
CL radiators. They're really nice. Every
yeah.
time I open the caps on these sections here, the inlet and the outlets really look really good. No tarnishing. So we see here Mark doing some cable management or his own cable sleeving, which is nice. Here are some lasered pieces of the acrylic. Of the sponsor logos. This is really nicely tapped. You know what my indicator is when I see something that's nicely tapped is this taper. It's this taper before you get into the actual tap. That section there.
Mm.
That's something I always forget to do with my distro plates. I supposed to run. I supposed to taper these because it's easier for you to fit the fittings in there if
Yeah, because uh, the
the taper.
the taper actually
Yeah,
guides the fittings when you're
yeah.
trying to screw it on the
Yeah,
hole.
I keep forgetting that. I keep forgetting to do that, but I do them right after. But supposedly I input that on the CNC, but actually I keep forgetting to do that. So I have to do it manually every time I do it. But this one's nicely tapped, very clean. Look at this. See? It looks really nice. The reason why I like this is because it looks like it could be a production case. No?
It does.
Yeah, it doesn't look like, it's anything that I mean, it's different than what it was natural, I mean, stock, but when you see how it is, how it's looking so far, it looks like it's already been like that. I wonder if he had the ability to do this exact same thing on thicker aluminum, that would be freaking awesome, you know?
Looks like the one of those retro futuristic
Yeah, 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 something like in
cases
Fallout.
for computers.
It's
Yeah,
nice, it's nice. All right, so here we are. Mark is put his fittings. Only he could understand these areas and what he's gonna do. Yeah, normal eyes cannot understand why he had four fittings sitting next to each other and stuff like that. These are 12 mm.
Yeah,
yeah.
those are 12
Yeah,
mm.
these look like 12 mm. Yeah, there's no way these are 16. All right, look at how clean that is.
So
Look at
good.
Yeah, look at how clean that is. So look at how that is. I wonder how these were tied these were glued down together, right? So you had to do special kind of body filling technique.
For
But
the acrylic.
yeah, for the
I mean,
acrylic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is nice. Let's see if we
So
can.
it'll look seamless.
So wait, have you guys ever worked on the P8 before? I have never worked on that case.
Nah, nah.
So
I
the
haven't.
P8 is probably around the same size as the P5, no? You think?
Hmm. I think so.
That case alone is already probably pretty
20.
tall.
Yeah.
Pretty tall, yeah, something around 20, I guess. And then he added probably what? This is probably an extra 10 inches.
Yeah, 10 inches.
Yeah, so it's a lot taller now. Wait, I lost the picture. What happened? How do you do that? How do you get back? Oh, okay, dragged it out. So so yeah, so he by doing this he added like an extra 10 inches ish. So this is it probably doesn't look like this.
That's big.
Look as tall to us as it probably does in person. So, but this is probably pretty big. Here's the fans. Here you go, Mark again with his cable work. Really nice. Oh wait, I thought he had these laser cut. The cable combs or the tube combs?
I mean, the some of the cable combs I think is manually done.
Oh, these are tube combs actually, no? So this is where he put the cables in or something, but
Yeah,
he
that's manually done. I think
yeah,
he used like
step drill.
6 mm and then cut the holes manually and then
Hmm.
slice the slice the actual acrylic in half to produce the
Yeah, the
curves for
combs.
combs. Yeah,
That's nice. Painted it white, looks very normal now. Oh, look at this is what I saw, what we saw first. This part here you cannot do. You really can't see this. I've never seen anyone. I've seen people manage cables really well. Like legends like Hans Peter Saul, let's say Justin Olsen. Those are the cable here in the Philippines. Yeah, no, see Comer. Those are my idols in terms of how they manage cables. But Mark is just totally a different.
Yeah, he's in a
Yeah,
different space.
yeah, different.
Totally.
But
different universe.
look at this. This is like pipe work in a factory or in a warehouse. See,
Yeah. One of those
air,
pictures you see on the
yeah,
internet where the tubes are like all lined up.
yeah, air conditioning lines or
See?
something. I wonder
It,
if
it
he.
reminds me when you go to the parking lot on the malls and you see
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. In the parking
exactly.
lot,
Not
the
PVC
like
basement
that,
PVC
parking
right?
lot.
ceilings. It's like they're like lined up perfectly on the on
Yeah.
the sides of the walls.
This is pretty amazing, though. I wonder if he did this with actual tubing with water flowing through it. I mean, that would have been whoa. I wouldn't know how to pull it off though. But if these were actual tubes with actual water flowing through them, that'd be so freaking cool. Look at that. Look at that. See?
Yeah, that one.
That's modding on its own. Just you just say, nah, that's just cable management. That's not freaking just cable management, man. That's art. You can't. I couldn't be able to think about doing something like that. That'd be pretty cool. I
It's the
did
first
have
time
the
I'm seeing
idea though. I
someone
did
do
have
this
the
too.
idea of putting cables through 16 tubes, but I wouldn't have come up with something like this. Pretty
I mean,
cool.
the actual work of putting each cable inside the tube is
That's
already
yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
already chore.
all right. So we got
So you have the tubes bent and you have the cables
Yeah,
like
it's
measured
it's
up
actually hard
exactly
to put
like
each
how
cable one
long
by
they
one.
should be.
yeah.
So that's really hard work right there.
So here's the actual finish. So this project is actually Eve. Eve from where? Where is, or is this just a random name? Eve from
Looks
Eve.
so good.
Look at
Adam
that.
and Eve.
That looks so good. That looks so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is Mark going the extra mile for his work. Although we might to the naked eye or to the regular person's eye, they would probably see that this is just Mark doing Mark. But
Yep.
if you're a modder, you would actually see the extra effort that you put into this. These panels are not easy to do, especially bending, yet alone just bending the 12 or 10 is hell. So, and but then this is it. This is so cool, dude. Um, Imagine if this is a production case. They'd probably put like spaces for drive cages and other stuff like that. And there's still tons of space. Masterpiece, masterpiece. The front looks really nice. Yeah, here's what you mentioned, Mike. He didn't use it. It's probably the clearance issue between the front grill and the actual fans itself.
Yeah, and maybe because of the design of the
Yeah, the
grill,
design
it didn't
wouldn't
actually
really.
match.
Yeah, it wouldn't really match this. So
It,
very nice.
originally, I was thinking that he was gonna be putting it on the top panel of the case, but
Mm. This is nice. This is really nicely done. This is another masterpiece from Mark. Cable management and this is just pure art on its own. There's a different. There's a different level. There's a different kind of modding. I remember these types of modding styles or modding techniques. What comes to my mind is Attila. Do you remember him?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So this his type of modding uh, style. But he usually works with metal. So
Aluminum and metal, yeah.
yeah,
But the design is like, I mean, the lines,
yeah,
where you use the lines, and then the what term do you call this? The
Ah, yeah, the guy that uses like all aluminum panels
yeah,
and cuts
yeah,
it
yeah.
with a what do you call that? The
coping
scroll
saw.
saw and
Yeah, manual
files
manual
everything into shape. Yeah, I got it.
That
I
guy's
got it.
one of the
So
legends.
good.
I think
Yeah,
he
bit
I
tip.
think he came before. I think he was modding before Mike and everyone else in the Philippines because
I think so.
he's like a really old school. He's he
I
probably
used to
he
like
probably
follow all.
predates cable sleeves. So yeah, so this is nice. I really like this approach. Very minimalistic. You can't get more minimalist than this. So and going and the thing is, see the risk involved in doing something so minimalist in a modding competition is pretty
Yeah.
high. No, as you can see,
Yeah,
when you produce something minimalist and then go enter it in a modding competition where people go balls to the wall with themed builds and stuff like that, is really is really scary.
It's a huge gamble because
Hmm.
I mean, most of the participants will like go all out
Yeah,
like we did before on the previous contest.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I think it's the first time that I see a mod that's uh uh entered
Minimalist.
into a thermal competition that's done like this one.
This is the first time I see it
First
too.
time.
First time. So it's he didn't sway from the way he actually does his work. He put in a little extra effort, but it's still a signature. signature mark.
Still
So
signature Mark Van declassified systems
yeah. So it's
version.
huge gamble. But then he pulled it off. He pulled it off. I can't. You know, look at that. Look at that, dude. Look at that.
Also notice how the tubes up front, they're like
T.
shaped like TT.
Yeah. Yeah. Only he could figure something out like that. I mean, T.
Attention to details.
That's awesome, dude. That's really, really nice. Congratulations, Mark, for such a wonderful entry. Let's go to next one, Jason Sim. We met this guy in the last Thermaltake. Yeah, no, no, not the last Thermaltake. Last Computex. Really, really cool dude. Very pleasant to be around. He does a lot of work on his mods. Usually all manual. Um, but you don't see he gives out that aura that he's just a simple, humble guy. So I really like this guy.
Yeah,
And he's a really nice person to be around. So here we go. Start of his build logs. We see he's using MDF, which is another difficult thing to work with. Actually, people think that it's easy to work with MDF because it's not real wood, right? But it's not. It's hard to work with because once you put that saw on that MDF thing, instead of wood actually chipping away, this thing actually, if your let's say your saw is a little bit too fast, this thing will turn the MDF into sludge and stuff like that. So MDF is not easy at all to work with. But oh wait, hold on. I think this is wood. Is this wood?
Well, I
This
think it's MDF.
the big panel here is MDF for sure. The one with on top of
Maybe
the
it's a mix of
grinder.
wood. The materials are a mix of wood and MDF.
Yeah. Because if this was pure wood, this would be freaking expensive, dude.
And heavy.
And heavy, yeah, that too. Oh yeah, I think it's MDF now. Now that I see it closer, I think it's MDF. Look at that. Uh, all right. I didn't know what he was trying to make at the first time.
Yeah, in the first few
Yeah,
pictures
yeah.
of the work.
I was thinking he was trying to make like what his usual mods were like make the case extra bigger or something like that. But this is I didn't have an idea the first time because it's wood, right? But see, we got an impression that he's probably gonna make like a coffin
House.
or a house. But yeah, seeing his 3D prints of these boosters or stuff like that, I was thinking, okay, so I'm confused. I'm gonna let this one just pass through, and then I'm gonna probably wait until he's closer
It's
to,
actually
yeah.
finished.
Because looking at this is it's really difficult to think that what he's trying to pull off with it, right?
Yeah,
And
there's really no, solid indication of what the actual build would look like because of
yeah,
the structure. You can't actually figure out what's he doing. It's
yeah.
like,
And if you see here, there's a picture here that shows that he's laid out the 3D printing stuff that he's gonna add for the details. It looks like parts of a train.
yeah,
So it's like I was like thinking, okay, is he making a train? But this doesn't look like a train. Probably a futuristic train or something like that. So I was a little bit confused. So I said, yeah, all right, let this go. And then when he got closer, he started to, you know, it started to take shape. So I was understanding where he was going with. And then all of a sudden, he pulls out this really, really huge surprise. It's actually a themed, a
space,
spaceship, like
space.
a StarCraft battle cruiser. So here we go. Him using regular stuff. Oh, what is this? Oh, okay. Yeah. This is something very nifty. Look, he used paint covers
that's
and turned.
just like you
Yeah, it's
using the
like me.
vape stuff.
Yeah,
That's
regular
wrong.
stuff. Oh,
I actually couldn't imagine how big this is.
I can't imagine either, dude. This is
Yeah,
probably really huge. It's probably as big as Suchao's ship on
Yeah,
his
so
last Computech.
it is bigger. It's a lot
Yeah,
bigger.
I think it's a lot bigger. I think
Yeah,
so.
because he used the entire case
Yeah, and him.
inside the structure of the entire case is intact, and
Yeah,
then
that's true.
he actually boxed it up and then added another set of more boxes outside to make the
Yeah,
impression of the ship.
that's true.
So I
That's
think
so
it's not
true.
a lot bigger than what it looks like on the picture.
Yeah, I think so too. Because looking at this picture right here, it's small, but hold on.
You actually need to make a new workshop to be able to do this. I mean,
There's no
it's like
way I would fit this in my workshop
yeah,
if I were making something like this. So yeah, this is probably a lot bigger than any of the other mods I've ever seen. So look at this. There's his 3D printed parts. Okay, so it's starting to look like a battleship. Look at all these hard disks that he tore down to make into detail on the outside. This is really nice, nicely well thought out, well planned. Um, and doing this thing here, you can't do this with normal fittings. You can only do this with C Pros because with
Was
yeah, because only C Pros will allow you to slide a tube in between two solid structures. You'd have to do a lot of bending for you know wiggling or something like that to fit tubes into certain spaces like this.
especially the old ones with the O-rings.
Yeah,
Ah,
especially those
it's gonna
really
be
deep ones,
hard.
really deep weld uh, fittings, so you can't do it.
Like, like another way of doing that would be to put the fittings already
Yeah, and then just turn it.
before you put the water
Yeah,
block,
yep. That's
and
how I used to
yes,
do it before,
yeah,
especially with SLI
yeah,
ones.
yeah,
the
yeah, the SLA
You'd have to.
ones.
SLI
I would
case.
take out. I would measure it and then take out the actual terminals and then put in the fittings and then screw on the terminal. This is pretty hard. So here is the one of the actual pictures he teased. Let's go and see the actual casework. This is really nice looking paint job.
Yeah, I like the colors.
Very Lucasfilm oriented 1980s spaceship um, looking looking look. Yeah, see?
Matte white and it's black wash.
Yeah.
So
This is
I
really
remember this. That's the same paint job I did for my entry.
Oh, it is. It was.
Yeah, yeah, the
White.
great, the
Yeah,
ano,
yeah, I
the
think I remember. Yours was a little
start
bit
pack.
lighter than this, right? It was white.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah,
was a
this
little
one's
lighter.
gray. Look at that.
Was it the primer, the primer gray, the one that you used, Mikey?
Yeah, I used primer gray and white.
Primer, yeah.
Just randomly sprayed them.
Because primer is the only paint that you could use that has the flat look.
Oh my god, this is huge, dude. I can imagine how big this is now.
But like if there was
Like
PTX, for sure that's gonna occupy like the
Yeah.
whole front
that's
table.
like that's like half a car.
Yeah, this wouldn't fit in my car, and my car's pretty big. I don't think it'll fit inside. It's pretty big.
It's
It's
one
as
half a
big
car.
as Mio.
Oh, look at that. Alien. So this is the actual. I think that he went for the alien ship, no? From the older alien movies, like with Sigourney Weaver and stuff.
The original one.
Yeah, the original one. This is a lot of work put into this. A lot of work put into this, which is really nice. A lot of details.
That was so good. They really put in the work. Plus, everyone finished their case
Yeah,
mods, so it's a good year for the invitational.
yeah. And to think that we didn't know half of these people,
Yeah.
and then they actually
No,
surprised
it's
us
not
all.
we don't know. We don't know that we don't know them by their real names.
Yeah, we
I mean,
didn't.
we
Yeah, we
don't get
didn't know
like
them by their. Yeah,
their nicknames or what they use in the forums or
Yeah.
what. Yeah,
this is nice, dude. This is nice. This is nice work. Good job.
It's nice.
Good job, Jason. Good job.
You know how it is when it was the earlier weeks? Like we don't know what's gonna happen, and then
Yeah,
bam.
and all of a sudden
Now
you
we
come
don't
up
know
with
what's
this.
gonna happen really. Now
All
it
right.
got more confusing. This one's good. This one's that one's really
Especially
good.
with the ones from China, Malaysia, and South Korea. They barely put anything there when they started, so we had no idea what they were going.
Yeah, surprisingly, Malaysia is back in the map of modding with
Yeah.
that one. It looks so good.
All right. So here's
Yeah,
the
we're gonna see
few
that
pictures that
later.
we saw last time. This is all what we saw, like parts display. No actual work. All right.
Hmm.
So let's begin. This is South Korea's mod, YG Kim. So we see here that he split apart his P. What is this again? P8.
E8.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait. Did he use a bandsaw to split this, or did he?
Wow.
Oh no, he didn't. Yeah. All right. So this is what?
Karate chop.
Sintra board, or what do you think this is? Can't be acrylic. Could probably be
That's
thick Sintra or something. Yeah, I think it's Sintra. Look at how it's cut. Look at the way I think it's engineering
uh,
plastic. You,
that's
yeah,
some really thick Sintra board.
yeah. I
It
think it's
is.
some sort of engineering plastic. They probably have oodles of it
Mm,
in where he is from. Because if you notice, you know how the machine when the machine cuts through it, it's like wood where there are chips at the side.
Because Sintra, you can't use a scroll
That's
saw with
Tetra
it,
board.
right? It's gonna be like the edges will be
Yeah,
jagged.
yeah. So yeah, this isn't definitely not Sintra. This is like some sort of engineering plastic,
I think so.
something like that.
Must be lightweight too.
Yeah. Can't be acrylic either because like like when you cut it, it doesn't show the cuts like this
Yep.
at the sides if it were acrylic. So here you go with he's trying to lay out the look. Okay. What is this? What is this? Did he try to weld on something there?
It looks like it.
Yeah. All right, so he bent it.
Oh.
I think this is the first time I saw this technique was with Mike. He did this with
Aluminum.
aluminum. Mm,
It's actually pretty hard to do mod for the open style cases like the P8
yeah,
because
no, not much real
there's,
estate.
there's, there's really no. I mean, uh, it's either you do a case mod, you do a scratch build, or
Yeah, yeah,
and
that's true.
discard the case and then use the parts.
Yeah.
It's like what most of the other modders did with their own projects. So it
So
takes a
this,
lot of creativity and imagination to do that.
yeah, it's hard. Yeah, because you don't have a lot of real estate to put any like panels or something. It's just open,
Yeah.
and then it's so it's hard.
I think the only one who did like a full case mod that he didn't discard the case was the one that the other one, the what's his name?
This entry? Oh, I mean this Thermaltake.
No, Gabrielli.
Oh, Frank. Oh, wait, Warboy?
No, 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 no,
Oh,
not
Martinelli.
Warboy. Sorry. I mean the other one, the one that the gold and white team.
Oh, see, I know she's Snef.
Yeah, Snef.
Oh,
I think he's the only one who used the. That
oh, the
he
actual
retained
case.
the
That's true.
entire
That's true.
case and did a
And
mod on it.
Oh yeah.
like it's still in its original
Yeah,
form with just brand new panels.
yeah. Most of the
Most
entries
of
are
the
like
guys extended the case.
they discarded the whole case, disassembled most of the
Mm.
Oh
case,
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
and then
true. I
as
just
you
know.
were
I
saying,
just
it's really
realized
hard
that now.
for open cases because all the like ideas to make it different should come from you. It's not something that you can just like slap something on
Yeah.
and make it like look different.
So
Plus,
he.
in the invitationals, you expect this to happen. You're gonna see battleships and whatnot.
Mm, yep. Vehicles of some sort. So he put the cover on. So I'm not. Yeah. So what we can see here is the motherboard is somewhere at the back now, or
So that's where it is.
all right. So going down. A lot of manual cutting here happening. That's just. Oh look. Okay, I'm understanding it a little now. I'm curious about what this material is because I have a project going on right now with GeForce Garage, and then I'm trying to
Ah,
look for a
yeah, you can use
cheaper
that.
alternative than actual acrylic. So I'm gonna probably PM. I hope he speaks English though. So ask him what kind of plastic that is.
I think this one is the project that the standing one, the tall one.
Yeah, this one.
This is the tall one.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is the tall one.
yeah. Something really different he did with this one, with this project.
And that's the different material, right? Not the acrylic one. It's like the
Yeah, yeah.
Sintra board, the plastic Sintra board.
Yeah, I think so too. But this is yeah, but this is too thin though. What is this? Only they know. These are a little
It's
bit
like
too too thin.
cardboard mixture of cardboard and plastic.
Look at this, man. Look at this. Uh, looking at it from the artist, perspective, the way that these are made, or the panels sitting together, reminds me of um, anime
Yeah,
anime robots, like not the Gundam ones with super
Evangelion,
special. Evangelion, yeah, that's a good example.
the
Um,
pointed.
yeah,
I mean the yeah compared to the Gundams, they're more of the
more,
sleek and
yeah, and then they
body,
have smaller panel lines.
slender,
These ones are
slender
big.
arms.
Yeah, these are really really nice. This is nicely thought out. So yeah, this is one thing. I thought he was trying to make a gun. See, because of how it was looking now. So he's probably trying to make a gun, and then yeah, here you go. He comes up with this uh,
Standing.
sailboard, sailboard looking. This one is probably really big. This is probably taller than himself. I like
Yeah.
how he went the extra effort to actually show the ram and the water block. So this is where okay, so this is where it went.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the ram you can actually see the tubing. Okay, now it's coming to
I like the layout, the way he used the to showcase the single
radiators.
radiators and
Yeah,
yeah, and connect them together.
yeah. Look at that. Well thought out. Okay, so
Then
the
he used
red panels, turbo boosters. Wow. Okay, so does he have? Oh, okay, okay. This is another question, Mike. Would you know where to get these orbs,
What is that?
like crystal balls looking? Well, where you get these? I will need these for one of my projects. I've been
I
trying to
mean,
look for this.
it's some it looks like the some of the containers, I mean plastic containers
Yeah,
where you put
It's
candies
like
inside.
yeah,
Humble
yeah, yeah,
container.
yeah.
It looks similar. It looks similar to it, but I'm not sure if it's the same thing.
Because I will need this. I will need this.
Is
Mikey,
that
you're
something you
gone.
can?
You turned your black screen,
Ah!
Yeah,
but yeah, your
but
voice is still around.
you're
You're
still
like
there.
you're like a
Your
ghost
audio is still there.
I'm still with you in
in
spirit.
spirit. Look at that. This photo is really nicely taken. I like it. Look at it. Oh, it's really nice.
Yeah, and he was able to incorporate. I mean, the front panel
Yeah,
with the
that's
with
true.
the yeah, he
Yeah,
was able to blend the actual and use the actual front panel and retain the Thermaltake logo on the front,
yeah,
which is I mean, if at least the people would have an idea that he used the actual case
yeah.
for the mod.
This is really nice. I like this. This is one of my bets. Nicely done. Nicely
How
done.
big do you think that is? Like 6 feet.
Yeah, probably. I'm probably 6 feet. This is for sure taller than I am, and I'm 5'6". So this is pretty big. Look at that. Nicely done. Nicely done. Very everyone is going futuristic with with their builds, like spaceship. It's always when it's
Spaceship.
yeah when it's thermotake competition. It's always usually vehicles of mass destruction or spaceships and something like that. Most of the time, this is nicely done.
Yeah. And it's also good because he was able to, I mean, showcase the parts.
Mm.
I mean, lay out the parts that like the power supply. You can
Yes,
clearly see what the
fans,
thing,
the
the power
RAM.
supply, the RAMs.
Yeah,
So everything is actually visible
yeah, that is.
outside.
Yeah, that should earn him a few points in the judges' scorecards for actually showing the parts. Nice, good job, YG.
So
YG,
good.
YG, Bikini Brief. Let's go to China. Clarence U. We're seeing product showcase for the first few weeks, and then here you go. All right, here's this idea 3D rendered or modeled. Okay, so I thought he was gonna use this actual
Yeah,
feathers.
the feathers
All right, this is probably very easy to find in China. These little stainless
kind
steel
of.
cylindrical tubes, because
Yeah,
It's hard to find here.
I think you can get it on Shopee.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is 3D printed, right?
I think so.
But it's
I
really
mean the
nicely printed though.
yeah
You think this is what do you call that other type of 3D printing?
FDM. I mean
No,
no
no, no.
the other, uh resin.
Resin. I think this is resin. This can't be just regular filament. Okay, so we see here still him using most of the case.
Yeah, I like what he did with the panels, with the aluminum panels.
Yeah, really nice. Well, look at the detail on the pump area. Look at that detail on the pump area where the pump cover is, and then these little diagonal lines. Really nice.
It looks like it was actually came out. It actually came out in the factory. I
Yeah.
mean, I mean the way the manufacturing process of the prints and the sides.
This part here, this is probably pretty big. I wonder what kind of 3D printer can print something like this. This is big. This is pretty big.
Creality has the new ones, the one that looks like a conveyor belt that prints
Yeah,
like
yeah. So
uh,
instead of the actual what do you call that moving, the bed is the one that
the
moves.
bed is actually the
Yeah,
one rolling.
yeah. I've seen that too.
Wow, ganda.
Ganda, no? It's really nice. Really nice.
Beautiful.
Beautifully made. Personal opinion on this one. This would have been like 300 times also better if he put in a little bit more
Yeah, on
detail
the front,
on the
right? Yeah,
front, on the
uh,
angel itself. Like add like you know not weathering, but make it a little pop out a little bit more. But this like this area here make it look like a ghost in the shell type of artwork on the front. But it still looks really nice now though. But
I was guessing he was trying to keep the colors. I mean,
yeah,
uh,
uniform. Yeah, me too.
uniform, all white and
Yeah.
just black.
These are awesome. Everyone's getting so good. Everyone's
So
getting so
good.
good. Everyone's getting so good. Oh wait, I lost the whole page.
He just wanted it to look like some kind of statue. But yeah, in another world, if you can like make it pop, like some cyberpunk
Yeah,
uh angel theme, something like that, it's gonna look good too.
everyone's getting so good at using like machines and stuff. So here you go. Here's another black horse. I would say,
Yeah,
uh,
Malaysia.
Malaysia. This one is
It
absolutely
actually came out different.
yeah. I had no idea when we reviewed this one. I had no idea what he was going for. With the blue acrylic and blue accents, I was thinking, okay, so what is he trying to do? Yeah, with this one, remember
Yeah,
when we reviewed these blue
yeah,
stuff,
those are
right?
just acrylics.
I mean, I wouldn't have thought that he would come up with something like this. I mean, this is freaking
Because
crazy, man.
they weren't posting any work logs. So.
Yeah, not that much.
And I'm actually wondering how he managed to use the parts of the case to include it in the case mod.
Yeah. This is hardcore case modding. Everyone so far just went really, really hardcore with case modding.
Everyone really hacked their cases.
Yeah, get that. Unit oh 06. Oh,
Unit
what is
oh,
this? Look at that.
Yeah,
yeah, like sci-fi theme.
Look at that. And then all of a sudden skips to like the actual finished product.
Oh.
So he probably said, I don't, I can't take pictures anymore. I have to hurry. Screw
I mean,
the
Yeah,
it could
blue
have been,
logs.
that's the dilemma.
Yeah,
You're
screw the
doing
blue.
so much work for
better if
nothing. You
he
just
added
can't
more
pick up
pics
the camera.
on
Yeah,
the
process.
process.
But look at how it came out, dude. Oh my God, this is freaking beautiful, man. Look at it.
Fine.
Look at that.
Good.
This is so good. Yeah, like I said, this is a black horse to me because I'm not familiar with his work. before.
Like if someone posted a picture of that online without names or anything, I would think that's something that
Thailand.
our Thai modder friends
Yeah,
did.
I would think so too.
I
I
would
would think so too.
expect it from Malaysia because they've been silent for some years now.
Yeah, but this one puts them definitely back on the map, man. Look at how that's been.
Detailed.
Look at how that's done, man.
Good.
You can say, "Oh my God, how is this even standing?"
Yeah,
Like so
because
much.
of the
Exactly.
and the front part is a lot. I mean, a lot farther outside.
Yeah,
And if you check the feet,
yeah.
I mean
It's
the
like so
base,
small. How is
Doing
this
it's
some
freaking
small.
Michael
standing?
Jackson tilt right there.
I mean, yeah. So wait, how is this standing, dude? Because this looks like it's front heavy, and
Yeah.
plus with all the water inside these distro plates, I don't know how this is standing. But dude, again, this is like a really black horse. This thing is amazing. Look at that.
Ah, camera.
But I do wish he had put
More,
in more pics. I
yeah,
mean, on
more
how he
picks.
did some of the other parts, like on the outer parts, how he did the water channels, how he laid out the tubing inside. So,
Yeah,
and if I would be judging it, I mean, it raises more questions in my head how he did it,
yeah.
what kind of techniques he did. So
Usually when we do something projects like this, we're really proud of putting in
the
like
yeah the
build
work log
logs.
in the process on
Yeah,
how
not a lot will understand what's going on.
yeah,
Not a lot will.
even if it was done with a laser or a CNC,
Yeah,
I would have shown how I was cutting it, how I was designing the entire thing. Because yeah, sometimes the judges would think that like you outsource it to some other
yeah.
company or doing design during the designing and production process. So I just wish that he should have
Put in more
like,
details.
yeah, provided more pics on how he did it.
But dude, this is amazing. Look at how this is. How the hell is
Really,
this standing? Look at that. It's leaning towards the front, like a little kid trying to walk, like like
maybe the base.
a
I mean, the
toddler.
power supply is in the base, so maybe it's a little bit heavy on the bottom side.
Or maybe, yeah, there's probably a fuller base at the
Radiators.
bottom, right, that extends
Yeah,
all
and
the
the
way to the
radiators.
front.
Yeah,
Mm, okay, and then he
it's
just didn't
balanced.
put it in the picture because there's no way this is gonna stand on like this on its own, unless it's bolted to the ground or to wherever it's standing on. But then again, dude, like this is a black horse. Really, this is freaking awesome, dude. Really, I would think, like Mickey said, I would probably think that this would be like we'd probably
Thailand.
mistake this for something coming from Thailand. Good work, good work. All right, we'll go to Snef. Yeah, so this is one of the build dogs we saw where he, we got an idea of what he was gonna do. Um, this is SketchUp.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is SketchUp. All right. Gold. You know how expensive gold or mirrored acrylic is? It's really expensive.
It's I think it's three times or two times price of
Yeah,
regular.
something like that because
You
uh
can get it only in like 2 mm or 3 mm, not
yeah,
uh
not thick, not thick.
oh yeah, not thicker than 3 mm, I think.
Yeah. Well, this is pretty good. This is really expensive. So I'm not sure if Snef used the laser cutter on this or if he did the CNC on this. The CNC would do quick work of something like this because it's not too small. The details aren't too small. But the problem you would have doing this on a CNC is trying to hold down the piece really flat. So you'd have to use a lot of like tape or double-sided tape on this one. So this is probably laser cut. Here you go with the paint. You see, have you guys ever played Devil May Cry?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is one of the gods he fought against. It looks like it, white and gold and very angelic looking. So
Mm.
here you go. Panels. Look at how nice that is. I think I want to do this in one of my mods soon. Look at the color.
Yeah, the gold accent pieces on the
Yeah, and the purple. The gold and white is very, gold and white's very, you see that a lot. I've done a golden white build before, but then look at the how the purple shines through it. Look at it; it looks really nice. And here you go. This is the final, the picture. There's a sword in the front. I wonder if this is an actual sword that you could use to kill someone. All right, Angel Warrior. Now this is what we mentioned earlier. Snef is actually the only person who still kept the case intact, pretty much. He didn't hack it. All he did was add his own, you know, touches to it. He added like he modified the front tempered glass panel. He added an LCD display, a really wide LCD display. The bottom, the GPU is mounted like this. Yeah. Did he put a brace on this, or is this just sitting on a stand? I think it's just sitting there on a stand. I did this before because risers or GPU vertical mounts wouldn't fit on an M80X case. So what I did was I just made a little stand, like a picture frame stand, and then I just the GPU will just sit loosely inside. I think this is a technique he used on this one too.
I'm wondering how he did the mounting of the SSDs. Like because when you see the pics, the SSD is on the front side of the GPU. So do you imagine how the cable routes
Oh yeah,
under?
that's true.
Yeah,
It's
not
connected.
sure if it's
It's
actually
connected
mounted
for
or
sure because you can see that there's a second riser right there.
okay, yeah. So it's connected.
But yeah,
So it's the yeah, yeah, it's connected. I think. So the
yeah,
other one is longer, the other one is shorter.
yeah. Or probably could be the same size, but the length was made
Because
up because
it's on the second slot.
yeah, it's on the lowest slot. Oh yeah, second I think. Really nice photos. Snef takes really nice photos. Angel Warrior. Yeah, it looks very angelic. That's true. So at least that Angel Warrior. What kind of lens do you guys to get
Sword.
these kinds of pictures, man? I need to up my photograph game. Shit. Yeah, this is his idea. This is nice. This is something I like to do too. It's like when you just randomly scribble out stuff and then you do the actual, and you actually do the interpretation of the actual thing. It's very very satisfying to see.
Nice touch on the work log.
Yeah, another good job by Snef. Really nice. These guys are awesome. Uh, let's go. I think this one's the last one. Warboy. Warboy's been around for so long now. Been following his work for the longest time. I was expecting something really crazy would be coming out of his entry because I don't think that this guy will ever skimp on his actual mods for competition.
I think with this one, he also used the original case without discarding any parts.
Yes, yes, that one too.
So
That's
it's the
that's
same as
true.
the one that Steph did,
Yeah.
but adding the custom parts, custom 3D
Yeah,
printed
basically
parts.
like what Mark did. Like
Yeah,
so Mark, him and Snef basically just kept the case
actually,
intact.
actually, Mark did a few things with the case. I mean, he cut the
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
no,
That's yeah, yeah.
he
That
left
yeah.
out. I think he just left out the one side of the case.
Hmm.
Thanos.
Thanos. Look at how this one is. Look at how he got rid of the print lines.
Print lines. Wow. Ah.
Thanos.
Woo.
That one's 3D printed, right?
Yeah, 3D printed. Look at
Yeah.
that.
And then
There's the first
that's
one.
3D printed in parts and then just stick it together.
Hmm. I think he used XT30 for this, or XTC30 or something. It's like a rubberized like you put on a paintbrush and you paint over it. As I used it a couple of times, I can tell because
The one that smooths
yeah,
the finish of
Yeah, it's
the
some
3D
kind of
printed
it's
parts.
it
smoother.
self it self levels too. So if you have a 3D printed part that you are able to lie down flat on the surface, it'll just adjust to it. I think yeah, I think this is it. Go. First few weeks, I didn't know what was going on with this. In all honesty, with the Thanos, I think the first time we saw this with the big 3D print of Thanos, I thought it was gonna sit in front of the actual case mod itself, like with the motherboard and the GPU right behind Thanos or something. So I was like, okay, what is he gonna do? And then here it is. Oh wait, hold on, I'm confused. So this is as big as the case? This section here?
It should be.
Yeah, it looks like it.
How do
Big.
you 3D print something this big, man? You probably have a 3 mile wide 3D printer. That's pretty big.
Factory.
That's pretty big, dude. That's huge. And then here you go, finished product. It's pretty clear where he was going. Unlike the one from Malaysia, where you know, that one was, the result was already there. And this one we could tell that yeah, he did probably just he did a lot of 3D printing and a lot of detail work. Look at how nicely this is
The
painted.
Mm.
painting.
Look at how
Paint
nicely
job,
the paint job is made.
build.
And look at the scales on Thanos's
Yeah.
suit.
You can actually sell it. I mean, the figure, sell it online.
Yeah, to a collector.
It actually looks like the ones that you can buy, the
Yeah.
expensive ones, the
If this is
murals.
an original design, not like a pre-made thing, you can
Yeah,
actually sell it. This
yeah.
one,
You could actually sell it higher because it's
mhm.
actually custom made, not the uh mass produced ones.
One of my clients keeps, a huge collection of these.
Figures.
Yeah, figures probably cost millions. One small room already costs millions. The one who got my desk, the Lee desk,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that guy was, he had a lot of money. So, and then he's into these kinds of things. This one would probably fit his room better than the Lian Lee desk he got me. This is pretty cool. Look at that. Oh my God. Warboy, being Warboy. This one 3D printed too. Black Widow. Awesome. I like how the you know he has someone participating,
Yeah.
pointing,
The
trying to.
printed Black Widow that looks like a human.
Natasha. 3D
Look at that.
printed full size human. My
Dude,
God.
every time I see, all right, every time I see this picture, because this is the picture that floats around the internet a lot.
Yeah, yeah, the one that they were sharing.
At
The
first
group.
glance, I always think that this area here is his foot, and he's like doing a weird pose with his foot, like going to the side, like us sitting we're working in a call
Yeah.
center, and you get really
Yeah, I
lazy,
see it.
and
I see it.
you just flick
I
your
see it.
your your other foot to the side. This one, I
Like
kind
a
of thought that
flying.
he was doing a like flying kick, looking, and then what? Okay, why is his other foot purple? And then yeah, he's actually okay. So he's actually sitting down. All right, so I like this. This is Thanos' throne room. If you guys are
Yeah.
familiar with the actual Infinity War saga, Thanos didn't have a ship to get the Infinity Stones. He never rode a ship like he did in the movies, or he didn't have an army. He was alone, and he sat on
Floating throne.
a floating throne that he got from, I think that was a Beyonder or something like that, that he managed to get. So he teleported here in and out without like an army or something like that. So this is what he was trying to probably do. Yeah, because this actually looks like it. Um,
That's
really nice. Look at all the Max candies. This one's lime. This one's bubblegum. This one's mango, cherry, and apple. You probably, just, ate on it for a while, and then, okay, so this is probably gooey enough, and I'm gonna stick it on there. It's really nice. Nicely done, Warboy. Nicely done. I appreciate the detail work on this. You know, all the skulls. I think he designed this himself. I haven't seen anything like it. Um, so the actual work of actually getting this to a 3D render or 3D software or CAD is really really hard to do.
And the actual, I mean, the including the painting
Yeah,
and prepping the
yeah,
parts.
that even before painting, man, just getting these things to take out, just getting rid of the print lines. That's like the whole competition itself. See, and keeping and then dude, and keeping these little scales on his suit without sanding over that when you try to sand off the paper lines, it's not easy to do at all. There you go. So a lot of the sponsor products are seen on this one. It's extra points. He's sitting on the power supply. Is Thanos sitting
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the power supply? That's scary.
It looks like it.
It's like you get sweaty balls. You, you electrocute yourself. It's like, yeah, what's wrong? I got a
Yeah,
little
collecting the
sweaty.
Infinity Stones, you must have a comfortable chair.
Hey,
It's
what's
like
wrong?
1,200 watt chair.
Why are your eyes rolled back? I was sweating. I'm sitting on a power supply. He got electrocuted. That's pretty big. This is pretty big.
It is.
It's
Wow.
pretty big. So this one is probably a size of a midget or a small kid. You know, that's nice. Oh, so this is where his GPU. Look, this is something I didn't notice. Look at where
Yeah, it
his
was
GPU
I
is.
think the actual GPU. It's
Where
not
is it?
mounted.
I just noticed it now. It's connected because you see the riser there.
There's a riser.
There's a riser there. Look, it's got
Yeah,
a really long ass riser. Thermaltake does have the long ass risers. Andy sent me the longest one they had. I think there was probably around a meter long.
we probably use
Can you
two.
daisy chain them to
No.
make it even
Oh
longer?
yeah, yeah. Look at that. So this is okay. This
Ah,
is where the GPU went. All right. Okay. So he's sitting on a GPU. Wow. Amazing entries. Amazing entries. We're not going to be we're not
I
going
feel
to
so bad for the judges this year.
yeah. That's that's not how many times have you judged these competitions? You two.
uh,
no, I haven't.
You call Mike.
I think one.
I judged these twice.
After the one that we won, and then Andy asked me to. I think that the one that I did was the one where Mike was one of the participants.
I did both of
Oh,
you.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
I did both of you. No, I did
Yeah,
it
you
three
did both
times.
of
Three
us.
times actually. I did both of you and when Popoy was in.
Yeah, ah, yeah, yeah.
The last one. I did both. I think I did you, and Popoy. Yeah. So I think I did it three times.
You
If
did
Andy's
all.
gonna knock on my Facebook Messenger scene zone, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no, because the thing is, see, what makes it so hard to judge something like this is because the contestants are so small. There's only a little number of contestants, and then you got seven contestants. Each and every one of them put in really good work. I mean, how do you judge something like that? I mean, it would probably be easier to judge something with 200 other participants, and then not a lot of them would be it'd be easier for you to narrow down your choices. But when you have such a small group of people putting in like a lot of work, that's hard. How do
They,
you
they actually the easiest thing that you can do is judge him like giving the same scores and then let the other judges decide which will make the difference.
but that's
That's the
hard
easy-
to do
I mean,
because they judge
I
it
mean,
like with numbers, like so like 1 to
yeah, but
10.
but if I'm going to be one of the judges, I'll like judge it like score it everything 10 and then let the other judges have it.
Yeah, this is so hard to do. Like you got seven people. We got Mark, we got Jason, we got YG, we got Clarence U, we got Ahmad, we got Stefan, we got Franco. They put in so much work. It's hard. It's hard. This is gonna be really crazy to judge. So Andy, if you're thinking about PMing me to judge one of this, I'm gonna have to pass, dude. This is
and Andy, please don't ask me. I haven't judged any of the invitationals, but I don't want to be one of the the judges.
this is so hard to do. This is really 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 hard group of people to judge. I mean, this because they're again they're like seven entries, and then all of them are so good. There's nothing
Yeah.
you can just look over or skip. The photos were good. The the ideas were their ideas were
This is
translated
the
very
compilation.
well.
Is this the compilation of the finished ones? Yeah, yeah, this is the
Yeah,
compilation.
listen, look at that, dude.
All of them are good.
How do you judge something like this? Thermaltake, if you're listening, you just give everyone first prize. Everyone will go home happy. Ah, oh yeah, look at this one. We didn't judge this one. The one at
Ah,
the
yeah, yeah.
bottom right. The
The bottom, the bottom right.
Ah,
bottom
yeah,
right.
that's the winner.
Stock as fuck. Look at that. But yeah, look at that. Look at all these
Ultimate
entries.
champion.
So, judges vote for the one that's in the bottom right hand corner because it looks very basic.
The eighth. It's the eighth entry.
Yeah, the eighth entry.
The eighth entry.
But yeah, these are really good. The photos were good. The build logs were good. You know, they're, they did a lot. The presentations were good. The translations of their ideas into an actual, reality, really, really awesome.
And I mean, being able to finish it because considering that we're in the pandemic right
Yeah,
now, so
that one. That
it's
one.
yeah. I mean the shipping of the parts and the. I mean, if you're trying to get supplies,
Yeah,
going outside, we're in some like here in the Philippines, we're mostly like locked down for 2 years. So
yeah.
I wonder how it is with the other countries, but yeah, considering it's we're right now in the pandemic, it's
It's a bad
actually
time.
finishing the actual project that
It's a
it's
bad
like
time to be
it's
part of a modding competition now.
yeah,
Yeah, because
it's a challenge, uh,
yeah.
actually finishing it.
So let's
You
take a look at
getting?
the comments. Who has access to the comments? Dude, I can't see anything.
Comment
Like
section.
Let me see.
questions. We probably skipped on all of them. Surprised all the
Mm.
modders. I am just surprised modders can take actual good pictures. Yeah, this is the Thanos original costume can be seen on Marvel superheroes. You can't really
Like
say,
everyone,
yeah,
others I know
you
how
can't really
to
say
take.
that what's original and what's not original on Thanos' costume is because it's always original during that time and depending on the artist that made it. So if you know, so shout out Boss Mikey, Usiserong Bayaw TV, Power Supply and Two Rads are the base. We skipped a lot of these. I'm sorry. I don't have access to this. Probably see one question at a time and then. Yeah. But yeah, these are really awesome entries. Good luck to everyone. Um, we also have uh, a modding competition going on right now. Mod Wars PH. We'll just plug that in. For those of you entries or entrants of that modding competition too, and wondering where the judges or the scorecards are, just sit and wait. It's how it is. Competitions are like this. This is what we go through. So
Yep.
um, this is not anything that's new. So it's not a beauty pageant where you just show up and then you get judged the same night. So these things take time. When do you think the winners will be announced on this one? I think it'll take probably another month, right, for this one for Thermaltake competition.
Andy, how long is the voting again? Is it a couple of weeks or full month? As I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot to. I think usually it's
2 weeks or
Like
more, I
I
think.
think a couple of
Minimum
weeks
is like 2 weeks
longer, dude.
longer.
longer.
Oh yeah, longer because the RAM mod competition.
Andy said 2 weeks, but you see that couple of weeks can become three or even a full month because sometimes
Yeah.
there's because it's hard.
Oh no, two
It's
weeks
hard.
for voting. Look, 2 weeks around a month. Yeah, because 2 weeks for voting.
And
Mm.
then
And then
another 2 weeks for the judging, I think, or
yeah,
a week
voting. Yeah, voting
judging.
ends this month. Okay,
This
voting
month,
ends
all
this
right.
month, and then it'll need probably another few weeks for them to actually do the scores because a lot of people. It's not like only a few judges. You got modder judges, you got sponsor judges, and then you got Thermaltake judges.
I think
and
and
the
then
public
I think it's
voting and all that
about
stuff.
10 total people
yeah, 10
for
total people, and then the
others,
yeah.
brands, and then the ones from Thermaltake.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah,
Ken is voting,
based
so
on experience, the last person to put in their vote is
Kenny.
big man Kenny. So Kenny's a very busy person. So if you
Kenny bites a lot.
yeah, so
Yeah,
you
Kenny
should
bikes a lot.
catch him at a bad mood and ask him, "Hey, Kenny, are you finished voting? You're fired." So Andy has to tiptoe around the office, and then you'll probably watch, if Kenny's smiling, and okay, I need to get that last vote. So Kenny is like you got at the tiptoe, so you can't really just randomly walk up to him in his office. Kenny has a freaking awesome office. We went there before with at Thermaltake Invitational. Kenny invited us to his office. Very very devil's advocate setting. It's like with black walls and big huge desk. So I can imagine Andy going into that glass door and saying, "Boss, do you have your vote? You're fired." I'm in a bad mood. so, so yeah, so Kenny's always the last one. So for those of you aspiring, just sit, relax. As long as your work is done, and just forget about it, and then we'll have votes for you soon.
Yeah,
Again, because we're talking about mod wars. So yeah, so we're not giving any of the the judges anything in return. We're just asking for favors, so we got to work around their time. So but yeah, so it is like this also on the professional level. So welcome to the big leagues, guys. The boss with a veto. What's a veto vote? What's a veto vote?
hmm?
I don't know what a veto vote is. So the boss with the veto vote. So yeah, that's basically it. Awesome work, guys. Shout outs to everyone who joined the Thermaltake competition. Got I can't see their names. Wait, hold on. Why did I click that one? I shouldn't have clicked that one. I should have clicked
Do you guys have any prediction for the top three?
Lenny Robredo.
Yeah.
I predict Lenny Robredo will take
Three.
It's
will,
about the invitationals. I really don't know.
yeah.
I mean, my heart goes out to Mark because he's our fellow Filipino modder.
Yes.
But look at the
Yes.
other guys, man. You can't like disregard what they did.
Yep. That's so true.
We're a bit partial if you if you're
Yeah.
gonna be asking us
Yep.
for Mark.
If you're gonna ask us, then you know what our answers will be. We're always gonna go root for our own because we're like
Yep.
that. But and it's not, and we're not going to be afraid to to root because he did a really good job on this one
Yep.
too. He took the extra gamble on this one, with his own work. But again, we're not here to influence any judges. We're here to keep our own choices to ourselves. One thing's for certain, everyone did a fantastic job. Fantastic job. Everyone put in their work on time. No one didn't fall short. Um, uh, so this is a dream come true for for everyone trying to hold a competition, especially with Andy when the nightmares he has to go through trying to ship everything to everyone in time, and
Yep.
then the modders finding a way to actually still come up
Three.
with something with a deadline, regardless of the fact that there were uncontrollable circumstances that they had to face, like customs shipping. Uh,
How do you have any idea how long this actually ran?
I think
Started like
I
what
think
month?
2 months. I think 2 months.
I mean the entire competition,
The whole
including the start where they announced the contest and then up to the up to the deadline, final deadline.
I
It's
think it
like
started August.
with this one.
Yeah, I
So
think it
it's it
started towards the end of August because the last stream we did was around. No, wait, longer. I don't know. Actually, I
August,
don't know.
October, November. So it's was it just like 4 months the
Something
total?
total, yeah, usually it's 4 months. Usually it's 4 months, including to the time they yeah, usually it's like that. Um, wait, no, 3 months. Should be
I
around
think
three
it's
months.
longer than 3 months. I'm sure it's longer than 3 months. Not, I mean the
Mm,
entire thing. The time that Thermaltake announced that there will be an invitational until the final deadline where everyone posted their finished entries.
Oh, look, our case said June 15th. This started June 15th. So
Or June, yeah. So
that was
it's
before my
almost like
birthday.
five. Yeah,
Okay, so yeah, so he based it on the press release, but they didn't really
yeah, the
start.
press
Yeah,
release.
the
Yeah,
press release.
that's
Yeah,
what I was asking for.
yeah, the press release is actually the official date it starts.
Started, yeah,
Yeah, it starts, but the modders don't actually do anything
yeah.
until
Just
like a
wait.
month
Also, right.
later because they have to wait. But they yeah, so they technically so if it started June, everyone probably got their stuff June, July, August, around
Like a month.
August,
Yeah, a month later.
and then September. So they had probably like 2 months to do this. 2 months to do this, and then and then again, these things take time, especially with the let's say, for example, Warboy. Um, 3D printing those big parts, they don't happen. Like some of them probably last for like more than one day printing, because that's such a big piece. So yeah, and then let's say for example with Mark, he does most of the other things manually. There was also this episode where he had to wait for the bender that never came. So, these kinds of competitions really choke you for time too. That's one of the harder struggles. Is when you're faced with the challenge of time, and then your ideas trying to realize your ideas in a specific amount of time. You wish so much you could do more, but you only have until like 2 days later or stuff like that. But they still pulled it off. Congrats to everyone. Whoever's watching, don't forget to put in your votes. Pick the one you like the most. Well, obviously, but yeah, everyone deserves to win. So I suggest you guys vote for each and every one. Make like 7 separate dummy accounts and try as hard as you can to make this all a tie.
There's
So
actually a prize for the voting, right? I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, that one
yeah,
too. Yeah, that one too. Everyone, well, who votes in the right winner or their prediction also gets a prize. Thermaltake does not skimp on their prizes. You win power supplies, RAM. Those that you don't win T-shirts or caps or stuff like that. You win actual items from Thermaltake. So Thermaltake's always been generous with their raffle prizes. So you might wanna put in a vote. So good luck everyone. Good luck all the entries. I think we should call it a day. We you know. You think it's wait,
start around
this time
2 hours.
core P6 and the new AIO with screen. So that's awesome. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining the podcast. Really awesome entries. Thank you. Shout outs to people still here. RK, got Merrick, very active. I'm sorry we couldn't really do much interacting with the chat this time around because something's wrong with my phone book. I mean, no, with my phone, every time I do a podcast, I can't see any live chats. They probably see one or two questions and then the chat stops. So thank you very much for joining. Good luck, all the contestants. That's it. Eddie,
That's a
thank
wrap.
you very much for the invite again. Always happy to help you
Thank
out, man.
you.
Anytime. Bye
And
bye.
Bye, everyone.